astrologer here at Rose Space Center in Hayden Planetarium in New York City. And if anybody's wondering why we've had so much chaos and what is going on, we can chalk that up to a conjunction of Uranus and Aries with Eris and Aries. Uranus on its own is very much about breaking free from old constraints, but with the planet Eris now conjoining it for the next year, we're really seeing a lot more violence, we're seeing a lot more chaos, we're seeing things that we don't really quite understand. But basically, there's a combustible energy there that wants us to get back to some very primal place, as opposed to, again, a constructed reality. Uranus and both Eris have been in Aries for a while. Uranus has had 2 cycles in Aries, one in the 20s and one now, but Eris has been sitting in Aries since the 20s, and in fact was conjoining Uranus during the stock market crash. And that's not to predict a similar event here, but what we think is structure and reality is about to become exploded and imploded. Uranus requires of us to be the rebel, to be the innovator, to do things on our own. And so it's very much about a planet of individuation. And if we even have to do it in a messy way, that's how it's going to happen. So don't worry about everything having to be falling into place a certain way. We actually sometimes have to have that raw power energy to make things happen. So where is this happening for you? If you're in Aries, you are the fire starter. You're the person who's really wanting to change the world at this point, and Aries and Uranus are on your side. Taurus tends to want to remain sort of stable and do the same thing over and over. With Aries, Uranus in your 12th house of the subconscious, your wild person wants to come out. So allow certain breakthroughs, allow the idea that perhaps you actually are a warrior as opposed to a couch potato. Gemini, it's very much about your groups and associations. So maybe you're going to be hanging out with a whole different kind of crowd. There's also an aspect of the revolutionary, the libertarian, etc. Cancer, very much about disrupting the father. At this point in time, there's not meant to be a ruler, and so even if you're still holding on to that structure's going to be falling apart in your life, meaning boss, husband, and father figure, perhaps. Leo, very much about your mental constructs and how you see the world. Be open to very new technologies, not only literal technologies, but spiritual technologies. Virgo, it's about your partnerships, particularly sexual or financial, and it's about allowing lots of different people to come into your life as opposed to a specific character type. When we look at when we look at Libra, it's about your relationship house again. And most Libras can contest or attest to the fact they've been having a lot of chaos in that life. They're attracting very different kinds of people who disrupt them. But for Libras, learning about the inner balance as opposed to the exterior balance. Scorpio, getting your work act together and also your health together, noticing how energy works. Sagittarius is about the romance or the creative partnership. If you're Sagittarius and you want to get pregnant, this is the time to do it. Capricorn, getting rid of the original imprint around the mom and the mother and what we think nurturing is. Aquarius, a lot about changing your friendships up. Aquarius already tend to want to be different, but this is allowing really being open to the fact that that's where you come from and that's who you belong with. And lastly, Pisces, it's about actually changing your financial structure, and that comes from you being an originator and doing your own thing. And it actually will lead to financial success for you. So I invite everyone to honor their inner Eris and their inner Uranus, and let's change the world. I'm astrologer Patrice Kamins.